my mind this morning, so let me try to explore my brain today. See how the fuck I'm doing. I don't know, like, I feel frustrated and angry, again, I guess, about life and stuff, but I don't feel like I really have the energy to give too much of a fuck. So, well, I'm just going to explore myself. So, like, this weekend, I don't know, I gained a lot of weight. I think I was like 197 Friday morning. It was Memorial Day weekend. And then this morning I weighed myself. I was like 203.3. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Right? What's happening? I just didn't give a fuck. I was eating like shit. Yesterday, my fucking parents barbecued. I came over, ate like a fucking pig. Then we went and got goddamn Dairy Queen, right? And then, you know, had that. It was great. I went home, chilled out, played fucking Halo, sitting on my ass. And then I started a new show called Peaky Blinders. Just watched the first episode while eating fucking Lanyagers, which is this beef jerky shit, salty as fuck, with some praline pecans, just, you know, sugary ass, sugar. So I am just covered in sodium. Like, my whole insides are just sodium enriched right now, so I'm just can't drink enough fucking water. I'm like constantly thirsty right now. And I'm like, cool, what did I do that for? And then I thought about it today. So today, which I still don't know if I even want to do necessarily, like, because I can say that right now. I'm just gonna sit with myself, right? Even when I get home, no Halo, no fucking Peaky Blinders, no nothing. And what do I want to do? Do I want to exercise? Not necessarily. No, maybe. But like, I was thinking about that. I was like, I just want to sit with myself. But then I checked myself again. I was like, I'm desperate still to find the answer to myself. I'm desperate still to understand myself, because I said that I'm a fighter, right? And I'm fighting, but I don't have anything to fight for. I don't have this purpose necessarily. I'm fighting to figure out what my fight is. Like, that's what I've been doing. And then I mentioned that love and laughter and blah, 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 go down the list again, is all distractions from my fight. I'm constantly fighting. See, I'm like dying. I'm like so thirsty. And I had a salty ass burrito this morning. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Let me take my time. I don't want to be all super ridiculous and get it all out just for the sake of whatever. I'm like, I don't know. But that's the thing. Like, I'm not like I said, I'm not, oh, fuck this shit, fuck my life, fuck everything, I fucking, wow. Like, I don't feel that this morning. Like, yeah, there's some frustration. Yeah, I remember, I don't know, some stupid shit happened this morning as well while I was driving. But I was just like, not worth it. Some guy was going super slow. And then, like, I felt myself get angry for, like, a second. And then my brain was like, who gives a fuck? I jerked off yesterday, too. Jerked off the day before. So, like, I'm just drained. I don't really care about wanting to have sex that much right now. Whatever, it'll come back. And I was even thinking about that. I was like, maybe I should just fucking jerk off. I should just start jerking off. Just every fucking night. just to not have this desire and this distraction inside of me of, I want to have sex all the fucking time. You know, but that's the big problem, though, is like jerking off to me is, yeah, it gets it out of your system, but it weirdly makes you want it more at the same time. Like, because it's not satisfying. Like, it's self-pleasure it's whatever. I'd rather have sex with a real woman, right? Instead of just my goddamn hand. Like, what the fuck is this? But I don't know. Whole point is, like, I don't have a lot of motivation to do shit. Like, I don't. And like I said, let me remove all the outer stimuli so that I can what? What can I do? So I can do what? Work on my mission of trying to figure out my mission? Is that what I want to do? And then I justify after I worked on myself that, hey, I can just eat a bunch of food. Or I can relax now. I can play Halo. I can do this, I can do that. Because I did the work. I did the work. So it's time to take a break. Well, okay, can I take a break in a better way? Because I'm not going in the right direction weight-wise. Like, I don't like that. That does, like, fuck with me. I don't like being overweight. You know, I haven't been this heavy in a long time. Like 203, like Jesus Christ. I don't know. I just want to be patient. Or I want to try to be patient. But like I said, when I just start thinking about all this kind of stuff, it just gets heavy. It gets real heavy. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I still want to explore myself. But you know what I guess I'm afraid of, and I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant right now because I don't want to get drained, and I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with my thoughts. So there is this other part that's like, hey, just be quiet. Don't even try to explore. Don't even try to figure out nothing. Stop trying to understand and whatever. But the big problem with that is, like, I have this fight inside of me. I have this passion of some sort inside of me. And this is why I was saying, like, I don't want to, there's nothing in the external world I really want to fight. I don't want this job. I don't want to be really necessarily a psychologist. Like, it's all, I guess, I'm just self-interested. Okay, fine, fuck it. I have this self-interest. I have this, I want to understand and figure out who I am and what I am and what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm fighting with myself, I guess. I'm not fighting anything outside because I don't give a fucking shit. Like, I don't care. And I was in the shower just talking to myself. I was like, there's so many things that I can identify that I don't like. So much shit. And I'm like, is that really just what it is? Is it process of elimination? Like, is that what I've been doing? And so far as I've been eliminating all these other options, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. One more time. Okay. Anyways. As I've been eliminating all these other options of like, I don't want to do that. I don't really care about that. I don't give a shit about that. So what am I left with so far? What else am I left with? I was like, how did this happen to me? How did this happen that I really don't have this something like a focus or anything? Like, my focus is trying to find a focus. Like, what is with the irony? What is with the fucking paradox? Why does it feel like a joke? Like, that's what I mean. It just feels like one big joke. What people like to say, that stupid shit. Like, I heard that the other day and I kind of got sick to my stomach again because I'm like, oh, yippee, somebody already said that. Like, life is one big cosmic joke. Whatever, but I don't want to add the word cosmic because that sounds all fancy and shit, and I don't fucking need to do that. But it does, though. It does feel like some big old fucking joke to me or something. And I'm like, what do I even mean by joke? Like just for example, like that paradox. It's like, oh, my fight is, I'm fighting to figure out what I'm fighting for. You know? I'm figuring out what I need to figure out. Like I keep running into stuff like this. I really keep running into stuff like that in my own head. And I was also thinking to myself, I was like, okay, talking, for example. So this is a way I'm expressing myself. But again, it's so limited. It's actually very limited, especially the form and platform that I'm on. First of all, you can't see my face. Can't see my expressions. You see the motherfucking RPM because anonymous guy, right? For some fucking reason, I'm still doing this anonymous shit to protect my job, to make sure that I don't lose it, right? Because of all the shit that I fucking talk on here, I guess. I'm protecting my identity. Well, yeah, even this form is, well, now I gotta find a different way to express myself. I gotta find something else. Well, why is that? Like, what is this need to express? For example, again, this is going to be public. I'm going to make this public. And then, oh, I don't want to. Oh, fuck that. Let me not do that. Let me free myself from wanting to express myself. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I don't know. Like, I simply don't know. I'm like, how is this possible? How is that possible? And then you hear the stereotypical things, right? Like, okay, well, you do know what you want. It's just you don't know if you can get it. I'm like, okay. I don't even feel like I think this way anymore either. Well, this is what I actually want. It's just, oh, it's not realistic. Like, it's not that I have some dream or aspiration that's not, like, founded in reality. I don't even feel anything anymore. And maybe it's because I have been so bogged down by the disappointments of how things actually are that I don't really have any dreams anymore and don't even want to bother thinking big. But okay, let me think big though. Let me try to think big. What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to do? And I don't have this. I don't have this. Like, I don't have this. And I think about my best friend. My best friend has like this hero complex. Like, he doesn't want to be a human being. Like, he's disappointed. He says that he has dreams of just flying. And then he just wakes up and, you know, he's a goddamn person that can't fly. And this is such an interesting thing. Like, and he's fucking miserable because there's no way to be a superhero. There's no way to actually, like, fly or have super strength, you know, just genetically. You're just a human being. And there's this, well, I want to fly. Well, I want to fucking pick up a goddamn boulder that weighs 10 tons. I want to run super fast. I want to feel like a superhero because I don't want to be a human. And that's the fucking crazy thing. It's like, and then, oh God. And then you can run into the unsatisfying answer of, well, you could be a cop, or you could be a fighter, or you could join the military, right? Because that's what my best friend was about to do, is join the fucking military. Because he wants to feel like a hero. He wants to be admired and respected and all this kind of stuff, right? Like, he doesn't want to be just him. Because just him is ordinary and boring and just nothing really special. So, I mean, past him, past whatever people that do stuff like that, what's going on with me? Do I not want to be a human being? Do I not want to be a human being? What do I want to be? Because I remember I was always saying this to myself as well. It's like, oh, I don't want to be a human. Or, you know, there's something inside of me that's saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like myself, I don't like all these emotions and all this stuff. I don't like being a human. And what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? I am a part of the universe trying to figure itself out. And that's also some weird complex that makes you feel more special or something. and it's weak. And then I get into that whole thing about like men and women and the dynamics between men and women. Like, am I worthy of passing my genes on? Well, so far I have been. Right? I've had sex, right? I was able to get past that. But why was I able to? Why'd my ex-girlfriend, right? Because this is what the fuck I gotta call her now, because I don't know what the fuck, I don't know, whatever. She let me have sex with her. Right? But she said she saw something else inside of me. And then we were talking about that too. She brought that up. The void. Whatever. I don't even necessarily want to get into that or something. I don't know. She was talking about herself. And I was talking about myself. I don't know. Something feels empty. That's the thing. Okay, she said what she said, but then I want to say what I said. But then she also was like, oh, you're going to take what I was thinking about and make it your own idea. And I'm like, okay, it's not my idea. This idea of the void it's not mine. And I'm like, I guess I want to make that clear. But, and the but is, I want to explore what I think, right? Not based on necessarily what she's talking about. So whatever, what did I just say? I feel like I'm empty or something. I don't know, I'm trying to balance this fucking privacy something, and also like, yeah, I don't want to take her idea and make it my own or something. Because it's not mine. Anyways, I just feel like, and no, that's not it. That's really not it. That's not it. And that's the one thing I keep saying, like, I know what the fuck it is. Like, what's going on with me? Like, I know what it is. It's just there's so many different layers and problems with communication and expressing myself, like I said. Like, I just can't get it out properly. And that is a frustrating fucking thing. It's very frustrating. It's very difficult to fucking deal with. Well, I'm like, no, it's not that. Oh, there's an emptiness inside of me. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's not it. That's pity. That's pity to me. If I start going down this road, oh, there's an emptiness inside of me, and if only something could fill the void. Whatever, right? Like, it's just gross. So I want to dig past my own pity. I want to dig past philosophical guy. I want to dig past, I don't know how though. Like, that's so difficult. That is such a lot of fucking work. Like, that's very difficult to really like, and that's all I feel like I've been doing is I just keep diving into the honesty. I know I've been saying that, but like, it gets deeper and deeper. So I'm like, how can I push into the next layer? How do I push into the next layer of honesty? Well, it's very scary. First of all, it's very scary, and it requires a lot of vulnerability. Right, and I'm recording myself, right? There's pressure in that of some sort, but I don't know. At the same time, I don't really feel that much pressure, but this is the feeling. I'm like, I gotta like push past. So again, yeah, past all that stuff, past all of that stuff, past all of it. But I have such a big pity thing inside of me, right? I have such a big pity. But I've talked about that, and that's the other thing. I'm finding myself in loops of my own talking in my own mind. Okay, I've been doing this fucking YouTube shit for a while now, and when you're constantly listening to what you got to fucking say, you're listening to yourself and what your thoughts are. You're wrapped up in there. And I'm finding the same loops. I'm finding the same patterns. I'm finding the same string of thoughts. I'm finding this. I'm like, okay, I want to break it. I want to break it. How do I break it? How do I break this? Different words, different way of thinking. How do I do this? How do I do that? Let me try something. Okay, I don't want to get into the same patterns again. I don't want to fall back into that. That's difficult though. That's very hard. And then there's also another fear that I have, that maybe there is nothing else. Maybe there's nothing else to me. But then I'm like, oh no, there is. I just gotta do this. I just gotta go down the right avenue. I just gotta find the right tools to really explore that part of myself. I'm like, is that what I gotta do? Did you ever think, Matthew, maybe there is nothing else to explore? Maybe the reason you keep finding yourself in the same loops is because you're done. There's nothing else to find. But again, that's me playing, I don't know, the other side. Right now, I feel like there is something. Jesus, I don't know, my fucking chest hurts or something. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's stretch out for a second. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I just want to be quiet for a second, because I would like to really think about that. And I don't want to be like, oh, well, this is getting boring, or, oh, he's not talking, but just fuck it. Just fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just fuck it, man. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Just want to let that go. That's the feeling. Like I'm exploring all these pathways in my mind, right? And as I'm even like being quiet for a second, I'm thinking about all of them. I'm like, nah, that's not it. Nah, that's not it. Nah, that's not it. And then the things that I think about, I'm like, what? Self-love? Nah. Oh, I wasn't loved as a child. Nah. Like, that's not it. Oh, I just don't have this focal point. Nah, that's not really it. And I'm like, wow. How can I be that lost? Like, how the fuck is that actually possible? How the fuck did Jerry Seinfeld just say, I want to be a comedian? How the I'm jealous, but am I jealous? Is that the word I want to use? Is that honestly what I want to use? And that's the big problem. I'm like, is this the line that I'm looking for? Am I looking for the I want to be a something? Like, is that what I'm trying to look for? Like, what the fuck am I looking for? Like, I turned on the camera this morning. What the fuck am I looking for? I'm on a mission to figure out my mission. Really? Come on, man. What is that something else? And it feels like it's there. It feels like it's at the tip of my tongue, right? Like, it feels like it's there. It fucking feels like it's there. What am I looking for? I just want to keep asking myself that question. What am I looking for? Oh, the last fucking video I made, right? Called The Infinite Search. What am I looking for? to feel alive. And I'm like, oh, am I making things more complicated than they quote unquote need to be? And I don't think so. I really don't think so. I feel like, again, this problem that I'm having or whatever is very, it's commonplace, but again, it's unique to the individual, blah, 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 right? But it feels very just commonplace. Because that's the thing. I don't want just constant pleasure. I feel that. I really feel that. Because like I said, like watching a TV show, having sex, hanging out with a loved one, hanging out with a girlfriend, just drinking, friends, I don't know, exercise, like I said, like that's just, nah, like something else is there. Like something else is calling me. Something else inside of me, something else is like, you need this. Not necessarily, I don't know what that is, but it's just like, nope, keep looking. You gotta keep looking. Yes. Those are fun things. Those are great leisure things, great stress relief. But you need to find it, and you're gonna get up the next day, and you're gonna keep looking. You're gonna keep looking. And I have a passion to keep on looking inside of myself. It's there. I have it. I whatever. Blah blah blah. I have it. It's right there. What is it? It's like I'm trying to unlock this secret. I'm trying to unlock this problem. I'm trying to solve it. I want to solve it so badly. I'm trying to solve this problem. Is the goal happiness? I don't think so. Not necessarily. But that's the thing. What's the goal? What's the something? What is it? What am I trying to achieve, and what am I trying to feel? What am I trying to feel? Well, am I trying to feel like, is life worth living? Maybe that's there as well. You know, that's there as well. Let me try to find something that makes life worth living. And that's what I mean. I'm grateful for my charging stations. I'm grateful for my charging stations. I'm grateful for all the stress relievers. At the same time, I'm like, and I don't want to feel like, oh, you're going nowhere. I'm like, that's based on somebody else's way of thinking. Fuck them. And I just remember all that pressure growing up as a kid of what success meant. And you got to live up to it, and you got to do it. And I'm like, no, you don't. I don't need to do that. Because I feel like what I'm doing right now, all of this mental talking and thinking and working or whatever, like this is so fucking important than, again, distracting myself with, let me make more money, let me get a house, let me get some kids, let me get some of this. I was talking to my best friend too, and I was just like, dude, like, okay, even if you had your wife and kids, like, you would still want something else to give a fuck about. And then he was like, well, I feel like that's the end goal. I'm like, it's just not. And I'm like, but maybe it is for some people, but for me, it's just not. It's just not. The end goal is to have a wife and fucking kids, right? And then that's all. And then now I'm a dad, right? Like, the goal is not to be a fucking dad. The goal is to have some greater fight. So I die for my kids. I die for my wife. I'm like, that's so corny as shit to me. Like, it's all corny. Like, and I feel that. I feel the men that are just like, well, my purpose now is my wife and children. And it's such a noble goddamn thing to say and think about. But who gives a fuck? Like, not me. And I feel like even the people that say this, they don't actually give a shit about what they're saying. They're just saying something that sounds good. It's like, these are my kids and this is my wife. And I love them. And I'm going to fight for them. Right. Okay. I don't feel it. That's just not me. That's just not what I want to do. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, what the fuck do I give a fuck about then? And again, I don't know. It's, oh, well, life is actually all about the small things. Life is all about all those little charging stations. Maybe you just, again, need to change your perspective. Stop looking for something else. And that's your problem. You keep looking. You have this desire inside of you. I'm like, okay, yes, I do. Where the fuck did that come from? Why do I have it? And is that something I necessarily want to eradicate from me? But you know what the thing is? Okay. Albert Camus again. And my ex-girlfriend brought up a point about that, about him. She said that he denied the possibility of there being a grander meaning to all of this. And she said that she personally is not denying the possibility of that. And I'm like, is that what my problem is? Is that what my problem is? I feel like there's meaning somewhere, actually. That this means something. And I feel like I'm looking for it still. I'm looking for meaning. And no, it's not in religion. It's not in religion at all. And that's the fucking crazy thing about consciousness, maybe, or something. And then I think about that, whatever, again, I don't want to have a complex, but, oh, I'm part of the universe trying to figure itself out. I'm like, why the fuck did consciousness develop? And we still, again, don't even know this in science necessarily. Like, we're still studying consciousness. Self-awareness. Like, I'm a conscious, self-aware human being talking about and thinking about all of this kind of shit. And I'm like, I think I'm like, that's this thing. I'm like, is that what it is? Somehow this desire developed. For some reason it developed. And I want to know why. Why the fuck did that develop? The need for meaning. And again, I agree. It's psychological suicide. It's such a fucking great word. It just sounds so fun. I love it so much. Religion, for example, is psychological suicide. Because I do want to be reasonable. That's what Albert Camus said. It's you want to be reasonable. He was an atheist. He was a French philosopher growing up in that time. I even talked to my therapist about him. But there is something interesting about this. Like, it's like right there. Like, I started feeling that. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it's something in the consciousness. It's something like right there. This desire developed. And I don't know if it's unique to human beings or something or whatever, but like, I feel like the universe wants to know why. It wants to know where it came from. And again, I don't know, and I'm just like, oh, hey, I'm sounding kind of crazy right now, but I don't know, like, that sounds like, because I'm such a skeptic, right, and I'm such a don't believe in any of that meta fucking bullshit. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a goddamn fucking hippie that smokes weed and, yo, the universe is self-aware, and I'm a part of the universe trying to figure itself. I'm really trying to stay away from that, because that is, again, a complex that I don't want to fall into. But I am thinking about this. I'm like, where did the desire for meaning come from? And I haven't yet denied the possibility of objective meaning. As much as I keep saying, none of this means anything, blah, 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 it doesn't fucking nothing. There's an explanation that feels unreachable for the human animal. I have a desire to know what the fuck all this means and what the fuck all of this is for. I have it. It's there. Albert Camus denied it and said, fuck it all. Fuck what it means. It don't mean nothing. It really don't mean nothing. So stop looking for it. You have the illusion, right, is what he likes to say. You have the illusion of wanting meaning. That's all. Have sex, talk shit, eat food, live, laugh, love. And stop worrying about what the fuck it means. And I'm like, why can't I accept that? You know, and I don't feel like, again, with the limitations of technology and all this kind of stuff, I don't feel like it's necessarily possible to find the meaning behind it all. Right now, I don't feel like it's possible. And God fucking Jesus. These fucking people. God damn, fucking die. Anyways. Yeah, I don't feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of here. I'm here now. It's time to work. I don't know. I guess that's where I am right now. Damn, I was like starting to get somewhere, I guess. Well, until, goodbye.